It is I, the Tyyme, and you are tuned into The Lens. Today, have another artist who we are going to peer into. That lens, find out who he is, what he's about, and other things. So, without further ado, I have the Sikk one, and that is his name, yes. Welcome, Sikk one, the Sikk one.
Yeah, that's me. Very strange name, but yes, that's what I've been going by for a few years now. Yes. The whole story behind that is nowadays, if you look into Mark 2:17, it says how Jesus doesn't come for those who are healthy and well, but he is physician for the sick. And I feel like there will personally never be a day where I don't need Jesus Christ. So there'll never be a day where I won't be the sick one, the one that's just clinging on for more and more, and like, the physician.
I love that. That's great.
Thank you.
That makes sense. Yeah. See, I never asked him till now. You know.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, and speaking of that, see, that's what the lens is about. To find out that window, that lens, who the artist is, why they do what they do, why they say what they say. Say what you say. No, see, that's going back. Old song. But anyway, one thing leads to another.
Hey.
I forget who that group was, but anyways, I'm glad you know what, wait, I must go back, because see, the Sikk one was supposed to be joined by two?
By two other people who, three other people. Our CEO of Moxie organization, Tori Culverson, who's actually having a sit down right now with a few board members for the school board.
Okay.
He's handling business. So,
well, that's cool. Yeah.
My friend Sam, I might remember him from an older interview we did last year. He's out, feeling sick, and Marcin is at the doctor's right now. So, everybody, it's life. Such is life,
Yeah. Things happen, but the show must go on.
So
we have you, and as a matter of fact, see, you guys need to know this. We're taping on a Monday, and on Mondays I have my radio show, and I'm doing my thing at the radio show. That's WRCT 88.3, and I always check my phone, and here is this man right here texting and asking, are we still on for the TV show? Yes, we are. And I said, I'm at the radio station. He wanted to come through. And I was like, well, maybe next week would be better. And then I said, you know what? He sounds like he's eager. So I went on, he asked the information. I gave him the information, and bam, because he was so close. And he came by, so we've been hanging
all day
since early this morning. And he actually performed live.
I did.
Yeah, on the radio.
It was very nice. It was new. It was the first time I, did an actual live radio show in a while. And so for me, it was like, fresh new feelings. It's like, we're live on the air all over the place, for real. Turn up, let's go, Jesus. She decided, she gave me the open invitation, so what else could I do, you mean?
Right.
It's Miss Time we talking about. You got to be there.
Oh, and I'm even opening up for him to come back again,
Well, you give me the word.
Always room, because
just give me the word and I'm there.
You're a comedian. I got to see another side of you at Sam's CD release, party / birthday party. But
yeah, that was pretty live.
Yeah,
I like that.
You were actually, you had to get it all started just because people were kind of, sometimes, and it happens. A lot of places, people just get to sitting and they're ready for the show to start. They're just like, okay, and they're kicking their feet and look around. Hey, get up and say hi to people. Something.
Do something. Like, what are we here for? All I hear is music playing. Like, no one's interacting. It was basically like this side and this side over here, and then they were like, we're having our conversation, you have yours.
Yeah.
And so
like,
I was like,
way back in the day when in the 60s, and some of the shows that they had, and they have young kids go to a party, and there was the boys, and then there was the girls.
Right.
And they just stood up against the wall, and they drank their punch, and nobody went over. You go, no, you didn't. Somebody pushed you, you know, but
Yeah.
but you really, you didn't have anybody out there except for one person, like the sick one.
That's why I'm the one, Uno, because I'm that one guy. You be like, this guy right here. You already know when I enter the room,
This
something
guy
crazy
right
is about
here.
to go down.
Something getting ready to happen, you know, but that's good. You know, everybody needs a hype person or somebody to get things going.
Right.
So, and have you ever noticed, I'm going to get to the questions on, you know, where he's from and all that
okay.
good stuff, but we just going for right now.
Right.
You ever notice the ones that the hype people are always the one that kind of shot this skyrocket out of the group? Think back on some groups that you know of.
Yeah.
As far as hip hop.
Yeah.
And I know one of my
Busta
favorites was
Rhymes.
Bust. You better come on now. It was with Lord's at Underground. You know, so,
Or was it an underground?
yeah. So I was like, this guy. I said he's just going to go. And then if you think going R&B was
Bobby Brown tried to take his career off, you know. We're not going to use Bobby Brown. He wasn't the best example of anything. Shout out to Bobby Brown. If you're watching this, it's like
there was Immature.
Yeah.
So you had the one, you know, you always have one, okay, we can use Beyonce when she was with the
Destiny's
group,
Child
Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
So there's that one that's always mainly out in front or, you know, getting the crowd pumped up, or they're always the lead singer, you know, on a lot of stuff.
True.
They wind up being the ones pulled up
out
out of the group.
into
Doesn't mean that they left all the
Right.
time.
Right.
It's just that you got producers and you got people that sign and they say, you know what? We want to get more money and we
Right.
can do, if we just give this person their own solo, we'll get back to the group later, you know what I
Right.
mean? And then sometimes it never happens because then the people in the group done got mad. And then they
Exactly.
try to do their solo thing and then it doesn't happen. And it's sad, it's not always, say if, now I ask this question a lot of times, I'm just gonna get that out the way before I ask you where you're from and all that. But you make it and they want you to change up. You know,
Change up like what?
you get this big top label and, cause I mean you're a hype person, but then they want you to do secular. You know, it's like they want to go back to
See.
the money's there. You know, come on, throw a few curse words up in your stuff. You know, talk about taking some clothes off and or get with this
Sell
one
out.
artist
Want me
and
to sell out.
collaborate with them. Okay,
As long as I can bring my truth.
there you
I
go.
don't have no problem collaborating with anybody. Me personally, I feel like they say come away from the world.
Yeah.
And that's how I personally am. Like I grew up doing secular music, and like when I first started rapping, it was like 2006. It was secular all the way up until like 2010 or 11.
Okay.
And so if they were like, we need you to step back into this arena, I'm like, how I feel personally, regardless, I'm going to bring where I'm at, because I've always been the type of person. I've always been around the type of people. If you're going to do something, you have to speak your truth. That means if you was a drug dealer, if you really selling drugs, that's what you had to talk about. Or else we're going to put you in check. But like, you're not about that life, no. And you can't put that out because you're a liar. And so for me now, it's like me being a Christian artist, you know, being a Christian who still loves to do hip hop music, it's the same way. I can't talk about selling drugs if that's not who I am.
Right.
You know, I don't. So that's not what I'm going to put on your song. So if you want to bring me on the song, I'm going to give you bars, but it's going to be edifying at least.
There you go. I like that. See, that's true.
Right.
You
People get
got to
scared.
speak on
Oh,
something
no.
that people want you to compromise, and it's like, well, look, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars. You know, if you do this, you're like, really? So you said you started secular. Now let me just go on back. Are you from Pittsburgh?
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, yes.
Okay.
And then my mother moved us to North Carolina in the 7th grade. I was in right middle of the year, like up and we're moving. And from there, stayed down there until I graduated high school, actually. Went to Mount Tabor High School, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Then from there, graduated, did my own thing, went off the Job Corps, I wanted to be like Jesus then. I wasn't following Jesus, but I was like, Jesus is still like my top role model. Like, I wanted to become a carpenter. So I went, got me a license in carpentry. Then had to see what it was actually like to walk like Jesus and actually like live like him. Not even like trying to live righteous, but being a carpenter was over the top for me. Like, I was 19 years old, and our first task, here, build this emergency wing for a hospital. No, I can't do it. It was too much work. It was too much. It was too much work. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm tired of carrying heavy things. I come home dirty all day, and the only thing I want to do in my spare time is go to sleep. So it was like, it was overwhelming. Then from there, moved down to Myrtle Beach, been there for a little while. My brother's actually still down there, JT Samuels. He's really my evil twin, basically.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that. I love him, though, regardless. I don't care. I love him.
Well, it's good you gave him a shout out.
Definitely, yeah, because whatever. Then came back actually in 2000, end of 2009, right into 2010, when we had that big, huge snowstorm and all that. Everything was shut down. That's when I decided to come back. From there, that's when life started to line up. I had to stop living the way I was living, doing things I had no business doing. Got into some big trouble with the law, actually. Was caught with a semi-automatic weapon without a license. Yeah, they was trying to hit me with everything, this, that, and the third. It was like, yeah, you're probably gonna look at like 10 years. You're looking at 10 years and like $10,000 in fines after that. I was like, forget the fines. You're talking about 10 years of my life gone, like, but end all be all, God prevailed. You see, I'm still right here.
Yeah.
I ain't have to snitch on nobody. God took me in that moment. I was like, look, I'll give you my life. I'll straight up give you my life if you can just help me get out of this situation. And it's been an uphill climb, but that's grace.
Wow.
Saved by grace, man. He didn't have to do it. He really did not have to do it. I could have been paying time for my punishment, which I rightfully deserved, but he instead was like, I'll help you. I love you.
Yeah.
Don't keep acting all stupid, but I love you.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
God is amazing.
Yes, he is.
And he will do it if you, and I've heard people say that they're like, if you just do this for me, Lord, you got me.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Here I am. And they even say, if you say yes to your will, to your way, to, yes, Lord, I'll do it. Wherever, whenever, however, I've said that.
That's
you see what's happening to me. That is no lie. When you say that, and you're just like, okay, you're going to work here, you're going over here, you got to do this, you got to do, like, and know what? You don't get tired when you're doing it for him. He gives you the meaning to do it. We were talking about earlier.
Yes.
We were talking about how you can do some things, you're doing several things in one day, and it don't feel like it was the same day. You're like thinking, okay, this happened yesterday. Right? No,
Like,
wait a minute. Did I do that yesterday?
I saw you today over, Oakland. I was like, that was today. Yeah.
That's amazing. And other people won't see it like that. They're like, you know what? You need to slow down. You need to rest. You need to sit down. You're doing too much. Sometimes it's your haters that say that stuff because they don't want to see you, like
exactly when they see
growing
you,
and
when they see you meeting goals. They're like,
yeah, exactly.
See
ones that you never set. You know what I'm saying? And it's
right.
like, how did they get there? They never wanted to do that in the first place. But God, He
God
had that
wanted
written out already. And when I said yes, when you said yes, He said, all
when
right,
they don't
here
move,
you go.
when you don't operate on man's time,
Yeah.
and you operate in God's time, He'll take, all that to the outside people look like, oh, you're just busy. Your tires are just spinning.
Yeah.
You're not getting no traction. You're not going anywhere. But here we are today,
Right.
a TV show interview, radio interview on the, I never saw this coming,
Wow.
There ain't nobody but Him.
Yep.
Because I don't have the connections to be like, yeah, I'm about to get on TV today. It's not, I'm telling you, Jesus is real. Real talk. Jesus is real. If you want to get your life together if you want to get a second shot at life, man, look, talk to the master. I got to connect for you.
Always.
I got to connect for you.
Always. And I talk to him all day, every day, more so than ever now. I mean, it's like walking down the street by myself, just talking. I be at the job.
Yeah.
I do security. I'm at the museum. I'm just walking around. You know, you get your own certain sections. And sometimes it may not be no people coming through there at that moment. You all by your lonesome. I be just talking. I said, I know they see me on camera, mouth moving. Sometimes it gets so good, you know, your mouth just start opening. You be thinking and stuff, and you be, thank you, Lord. You know, so I'm like, I don't even care. Y'all see me talking, I'm not crazy. You know, you may think that I'm crazy, but yeah, I'm crazy for Jesus.
You're right.
And I'm in love with him, and I'm talking to him.
We talk all day. You should hear the conversation that me and Jesus have. You think I'm funny. My God's, his sense of humor, the way he talks to me sometimes, he be like, what is you looking at? Huh? Don't play dumb with me. I was like, I was just saying, God, she's cute. No, because you know what that's going to lead your thoughts to. No. All right, you're right.
Wait, we were just, my first lady at my church, she just talked about that Sunday. Yes, yesterday. That is so funny. Crazy. She was like, you know, your thoughts. You know, they say, you have already done it, because he's talking about, you know, sinning, you know, and people that have, you know, sinned and, you know, the things that you may have done. And she mentioned that. And I was like, yep. She said, you know how we do it. You see that guy on TV and be like, ooh, you know, so I said, yep, that is so true.
He'll pique your interest. That's how the enemy does it. First thing he'll do is try to pique your interest right here.
Yeah.
And then, as you know, that's where your battlefield is. So if he can get you distracted off what the war is, then he got you slowly but surely, and then it's a long, winding road.
You heard that poem that I read earlier, right? But it was for a different show. I should have had it sitting here. But that don't lose your mind.
Don't.
Ooh.
Don't.
Yeah.
Can't afford to.
He be trying to get it too. Enemy be trying to get. He be trying to get your mind.
He'll come right for you.
Especially you ones that's trying to stay strong. The drugs, the alcohol. You haven't did it like in a week, stay strong.
Yes.
He try to come at you and be saying, it's the holiday.
Yes.
You know, Easter, Jesus made wine, right? So that's how he do, because I've been there.
To my sis, you know who I'm talking to. I know you've been battling. I know you've been fighting. They don't believe in you, but I know you can make it. I know you can make it. You're too strong. Don't give in. Too strong. You got too much going for you. You know who you fighting for too. You got too much going.
Yeah, he will do that. He will make sure he know just where the weaknesses are. As soon as you get it, he's like
my personal mission statement in life. If you get a chance, read it sometimes. Romans 15, 1 through 3. You know, it's like, we who are strong in our faith ought to bear up the weak. You know, those who are weaker. Not for our edification, not for our good. It's like, oh, look what I did, but for their well-being, you know, because Jesus did the same thing. It says, you know, the insults and all the hate that they put on you fell on me, and I did it for your good, not for my own. And I'm the King of Kings, so you know, I take on that same mindset. Like, why focus on myself? You know, there's so many people out there, you know, who need help. So many people who need love. Who need encouragement, personal light. You know.
That is so true.
So even with music, you know, Moxie Music Ministries, you know, it's a come and go thing. You know, people come, they go. You know, I felt this way. I believed in what you was doing, but it wasn't moving the way I wanted it to go. So I leave. So it's like, you know, my mission statement is my mission statement. You know, if it got you to where you needed to be in this season of your life, then while you're around. Period. Cool. Then now you can go on and you can go and strengthen somebody. You know, now you can go on, you can do what you want to do. Right. You know, but that's life.
I tell you.
That's life.
But gosh, I like what you're saying. I mean, it's nice to hear someone young just speak, you know, passionately about your mission statement, your walk, your faith, you know, how much you love Jesus and how you talk to him, and the music. And music just, it gets everyone. That's like, me and my daughter were watching story on Pharrell. That's my boy. I love Pharrell. Oh my
he's
gosh.
So cool, man.
Goodness,
He
I
got his own band,
found out stuff
everything.
that I didn't know, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And didn't know he had got married, right? I was like,
didn't
"What? We were supposed, But anyway,
No, wait, no.
no, I wasn't ready. But I didn't know he was 41. I was like, I said, "What?"
He don't look a day over 30.
Oh my gosh!
That's crazy.
I said hello like a little baby.
Right.
Me too, but
Hey,
I'm still a baby.
Right.
But anyway, I was like, get out. And he got a baby. I was like, what? Yeah, I did not know all
that.
of
He keeps his life out the light.
Yes.
It's none of y'all business what I'm doing.
Say that again.
It's none of y'all business. He keeps his life out the light.
Thank you for even bringing that up, because that goes on to something else we want to talk about.
Okay.
Why is it I'm going to say as black people, I don't want to go African American, all that, blah, 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 blah.
Afro-American
We black.
centric.
But why is it, I just spoke and gave a word on, and the topic was your tomorrows. So you have that goal, you have that vision, you have that dream. As soon as you get 1 foot, maybe two in there where it's look like it's going to happen. It's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's getting there. Now you made it. And then you turn around and do something foolish, idiotic, especially get on TV or radio and say something. Just want to, take the Bible and just whack at somebody with it, because
smack some Jesus
God just brought you from what? You were homeless.
Yes.
You never had food in the house. Your mom and dad wasn't ever there, and you had to fend, for yourself.
Right.
And you said, man, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And when I make it big, and when you're little, when I make it big,
right.
What? When I make it big, I'm going to be a fool again.
I'm going to party so hard
I know.
when I get older that it's not even going to be funny. And
why?
I'm buying this, that, because you ain't never had it. So you
flaunt it all, and it's like, wait a minute. Now you hanging with the people that you used to watch on TV, but they doing this.
Yeah.
So you feel that, tag, this is my mentor, this is my idol. Oh my gosh, I'm in this big mansion with them partying, and they're like, come on over, have a little bit. I can't say no to them. Really? Think back. I mean, where did you just come out of?
Right.
Poverty. You was in the ghetto for real. It was just horrible. And you get all the way there. This happens so much with a lot of celebrities that are African American that just they're not thinking.
Didn't have proper guidance. They look into the television as their role models.
Right.
When the TV role models, they're not there with you day to day. They're not going to talk back to you, tell you, nah, for real, this is the best decision you could make. That's what I love. The people who are involved, like Tori and Shemaya. They may not always be there, but if you need them, by all means, I got you. I'm gonna surround you with people, or I take it on myself, like. The way I am with anyone who knows me, like, I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. If you need someone to call to just vent to, hit me up. If you just want to be like, hey, and just text back hello for 4 hours straight, then by all means, because I'd rather you have someone to go through it with you that actually cares to see you do better than someone that's just gonna be like, all right, well, I'll tell you this if you're gonna buy a CD. Or I'll tell you this, you know what I'm saying, if you like what I do, just follow me. I don't want you to follow me, because if I fail you, you're supposed to follow Christ anyway. How I feel, I just want you to know.
This is nothing but God, because, gosh, you just hit on something else. The venting, having somebody, they may not be there all the time, but if you need them, we all need someone or someone's in our corner, in our circle, but the right type of people.
Right.
That will, not just be there to say yes, yes to you because they believe that you're going to make it and soon. I got to stay close. But, he needs me. I don't feel like going, but I'm going to go.
Right.
Yeah, yes,
Right.
yes.
All the
yes.
time.
I don't need a yes person.
Right.
What the heck? What do you think? Am I making the wrong decision? Am I, not thinking rationally? That's up to you. Whatever you want to do. It's whatever.
A real friend's going to hurt your feelings sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to tell you everything you want to hear.
Right.
And sometimes you're not going to like what I have to say.
Now, get this. I have to put, someone needed to talk. They needed to vent. They were hurting. They were in tears. Granted, this is in a place, we didn't be in church. And all of a sudden, service is getting ready to start, and they need that one-on-one. What do? I'll talk to you later about it. No. You know what?
Especially if they come directly to you.
Right.
Then look, man, you better be a vessel.
Right. He calls us to be that. When people say, you know what, I need prayer. So, you're walking down the street, you can ready to go catch this bus. And they're hurt. You can see it in their face, but pray for me.
Might not make it past
man,
that. You might not make
you
it
better
past
go ahead and let
moment.
the bus go.
Right.
Just
Right.
God got you. God got you. This is somebody that's hurting.
Yeah.
It could be you. But you have some folks that just, no, if I were you, or you shouldn't have did it this way, you should have did it that way. Do you know what? I'm doing it people hurting way. It's a person that's hurting,
Right.
and my heart is hurting for them. Why do we have so many fake people that bring the word, but their heart is not, it's not, oh gosh, it's not there. I can quote and say stuff to you, you're like, well, the Lord says this, but then, okay, so you go with Jesus, all right? Now, I'm going to talk to you later. I'm going to go. No, it's about sitting down, letting them talk.
Right.
And you hear this. Really hear this.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, and you've never been in that situation,
Can't
then you
speak
call
on what
somebody,
you
you
don't
say,
know.
hold on,
Can't
let me.
speak on what you don't know.
Right. So you call somebody that you do know, baby, you know what, I got somebody that can really help you.
Yeah.
First is him, it's Jesus, but let me give you my sis
earthly
here or my
perspective,
bruh
yeah.
here, and hey, look, I got somebody. Is it okay? You just talk to them for a minute, blah blah blah. Then that's it. You have done your part. It makes you feel so good instead of being all about yourself. That's even in music.
Yes.
We can always sing some of the stuff that we like so much, but if it's just words and it's touching you and not nobody else, what is the point?
Right. What's the point? Otherwise, you could be your own muse.
Yeah.
But that's if you really in for it for the right reasons. I believe if you get into the music for the right reasons, your heart is in the right place, then God will write music for you.
Yes, He does. Yes,
And
He
not
does.
only will, because for me personally, I've been in a position, even in the season that I'm in right now, I've been in a position where I write something from months ago, and I listen to it, and I play like, okay, that'll be good. That's going to help somebody.
Yeah.
But then 2-3 months down the line, this very same song is now ministering to me. It has now been a point to where it is actually prophesized into my own life. It's coming to fruition, and I'm like, wow. Because there's a song called Paradise I like to do. It's with me, my friend Raphael, my brother, and my friend Maria. And it's the good times, the bad times. They're a part of our lives.
I like
you
that.
You win some, you lose some, but when it's all said and done, you know who's won. So it's, especially at this point in my life, like I've taken so many losses in this season of my life. Like in the past year, I've lost friends, I've lost family. One of my close friends, even from my old life, he's doing 25 to life. He shot and paralyzed a cop. I pray God's still protecting his soul right now. Friends, family, relationships, jobs. I've been talked about in ministry. I've had people trying to kill my ministry. From people that I was really close to, and they were going behind my back talking about, I'm gay with my pastor. Or they were trying to kill the relationship I was in, but like there are people going around saying like me personally, I don't believe in sex before marriage. It's a hard struggle, but I don't believe in it. So me and the girl I was with were definitely not into that. So they were like, oh, they're having sex. They have sex all the time, you know, and just going around spreading it through her church and through mine, because we didn't go to the same church. So it was like, you're doing your hardest to kill and destroy. And just from that to losing my apartment, losing my housing, you know, to being homeless, to living from place to place, you know, all in the past year.
Wow.
But even through all of that, I've gained so much that I'm at the point where I have to now begin to deny people of giving me stuff.
I read that on Facebook. You put that on Facebook. I was like, that's deep. I had to respond to that.
It's so crazy. Like, people have been giving me so much and so much, not even knowing my situation, because I don't like to, because I don't want you to feel guilty for me. Because I ask God to order my steps. I ask God, nevertheless, your will be done. So you have to be careful when you say that, because I'm in this point where I was like, you know what? I can't be upset, and I refuse to be upset, because this is what I asked for. And everything that I'm going through is giving me greater perspective of who I'm supposed to be and who I'm going to be. And it's helped me help